Hey, welcome to my August 2026 free, local, and fun monthly newsletter intro video. It is so hot. Usually I do these with one take. This is less than one take. This is going to just be a stream of consciousness, a couple of my note cards, but I've got a full newsletter for you this month, as to be expected. I did get such a nice compliment from somebody. A woman said to me, there's so much negativity in this world, people fighting on social media and everything. And she said, your newsletter is just such a bright spot for me. And I was like, oh, I love that. So the photo in my intro is of this amazing polar cooler. I actually should have it right here in the video. Nope, I'm not going to start over and go get the cooler. So I was showing a house in the maze in Holden last week on Friday night, to an extended family member. And as I was driving in the maze, I was thinking about, if you're not familiar with the maze, it's a wonderful little neighborhood full of ranches and capes and just nice, modest houses. And you actually could get lost in there. I've gotten lost in there. I get lost there every time. So as I was driving to this showing, I was hoping it was going pretty quick because I needed to get home and prepare, because the next night, which was Saturday, I was hosting this thing called a steak bake, which is this very casual club on our street that we're members of, and it gives us very, very cheap access to pool and tennis and things like that, and it's a nice social thing. So every year they do something called a steak bake, and I raised my hand at the annual meeting. I was like, sure, we could do that. And it was so hot, but I'm all over the place. So what happened is, there I was in the maze, minding my own business, about to show this house, and right on the side of the road for free, which you know is speaking my language, was this probably 3 foot high, maybe more, polar, looks like a can cooler. And the funny thing is, somebody who we'll say works at the ski area, but is one of the owners, happened to bump into me and my family last year at the same club. So I know that person might be at my party the next night. Caught us all drinking Spindrift. My whole family. It was just that I brought a 12-pack of Spindrift. It could have been a 12-pack of Polar. It just happened to be Spindrift. So I was like, yes, I am getting this free cooler, and this person is going to be at my house tomorrow night, and this will be funny. So I love free on the side of the road, and that was just such good timing, and that person was not at my party. So it doesn't end the way I thought it would, but I'm telling her next time I see her. So anyway, so I had the steak bake at my house. I am a control freak. If you know me, you know that. And so there I was at an open house on Saturday, and I knew people were coming to drop off chairs and tables for this barbecue, and I could see them on the Ring camera. And Jade's like, there's a whole bunch of people here. They're setting things up. I'm like, no, I'm going to set it up. But just kidding. I had to struggle through trying to not watch them and instruct them over the camera of how it should be set up. But it was beautiful. It was so casual and just very nice. So I'm glad it's over, the end. My little baseball team. I've been sporting Westminster baseball forever. I don't even love baseball, but these guys are the Rhinos rookie baseball team. I don't know if we made it to the Rookie World Series or what the scoop is, but they're adorable. One guy even looks like he's got a broken arm in there. So they just dropped off this little plaque to me. I'm always happy to support things like this. Anyway, I just got this plaque. So Westminster. Oh, I'll talk about that after. I'll get to that after. Okay, so I'm actually taking a little vacation. This is the first, I'm embarrassed to say, vacation, like a week away, that we've taken since I believe Erin was 1. She's 23 and a half. So we're going to Narragansett, Rhode Island, and funny, me and my super transparency was at a listing appointment, and I said to a seller, hey, I just want to let you know, I know your timing, that there's 1 week that I'm going to be away, and I can do my job from anywhere, and like when you go to a restaurant, do you think the guy that seats you is making your dinner? Do you think even the guy that's making your dinner is making your dessert? How about your drink? Somebody else is making that. So don't worry about it. I'll be away and I will super control freak this listing. The only thing is this particular week, I'm not able to do the open houses. The following week is Labor Day tennis, and that's a non-negotiable for me because I sell all the merchandise for Labor Day tennis, which will follow in a different part of this little video. And the guy sent me an email and just said, we know you'd be our best choice, but your availability. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is my honesty for me, because I'm sure plenty of other people take vacations. So I guess I'd say their loss. I think that's it for my intro. So let me start on my stories. Okay, so my first story, I've been wanting to write this story for a very long time, and I called it First Jobs, Worst Jobs. My first job wasn't my worst job, but I had some pretty bad jobs. So in this story, I talk about my first job. Was my first job Lee's hot dog stand, or I did the laundry in the nursing home. And I worked second shift at a paper mill, folding napkins. Then there's Lee's hot dog stand and the Fox Run. I forgot to write about the book corner. That wasn't a worse job. I kind of liked that, but I gave way too many cards. Not for free, but I was buying too many cards to give to people because I had all the time in the world and I had to inventory cards all the time. That was in Timpani Plaza a million years ago in about 1990, maybe. So I wrote about my first jobs and my worst jobs. I would love to add some more things to that about your first jobs or your worst jobs. Feel free to send those in. Labor Day tennis is something that's near and dear to me. It's a Princeton epic event. This is the 114th annual Labor Day tennis tournament. It is the longest continuously run private tennis tournament in the country. It is the 114th year. I design and sell the merchandise that we that funds the tournament. These are just some really cool seat cushions that I had made last year. This year, in case you're curious, I'm going to have 2 color t-shirts, comfort colors. I love comfort colors t-shirts. I'm going to have pint glasses, more of the seat cushions, some unisex pullover, lightweight pullovers, a women's hoodie, pint glasses. What else did I have? Oh, trucker caps. So something for everyone. And it's for a charity, and these things are not cheap to buy. And so they're reasonably priced, and they're made to make a profit so that I can donate all the money to Labor Day. I'm not going to get it right, so I'm not going to say it, but the Labor Day tennis is officially a 501c3 nonprofit, and it's not called Labor Day tennis. It's like the Princeton Labor Day Committee, so I need to get it right. So Labor Day tennis is a week-long doubles tennis tournament that is only open to people who have lived in Princeton ever, or currently live in Princeton, or grew up in Princeton. This isn't one of those fake, hey, I'll just get you in, and you live in wherever. Everyone would know. I think they usually have about 100 players. It is a 7-day tournament. There's men's doubles, women's doubles, mixed doubles. It's so much fun. You don't know who you're going to get matched up with. So you could be like, yeah, I want to play. And next thing you know, you're matched up with a Samson, Rusty. Rusty, who's probably, there's a video in my story from 2018. And I believe Rusty in the video says, I've played in 45 consecutive Labor Day tennis tournaments. So it's pretty amazing. I can't believe we didn't ever know it existed, but we wouldn't have been eligible to play in it. I do not play. I think this year we have Erin playing. Adam and Abigail might sign up, but I'm pretty sure Erin is signing or signed up. So Labor Day tennis starts the Monday before Labor Day. And if you like to watch tennis, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome to be a spectator. The finals are on actual Labor Day, and that's really cool. That's at the Prince of Peace Church, right at the big intersection of Mountain Road, Gregory Hill Road, Worcester Road, Route 62, Route 31, right in the center of Princeton. You'll know where the finals are because it's the Catholic church with a tennis court and a view of Boston. It's pretty amazing. So the further on in the week you go, the better player you are, or the better player you're matched with. So it's just really, really fun. LaborDayTennis.com is the website, but I write a story about it every year. I put some pictures of the merchandise. I don't yet have a lot of the samples of, or the full-on merchandise. So the pictures, only a few of them that are the right merchandise. Other than that, they're last year's. Another favorite day of mine is this Sunday, Neighbors Helping Neighbors Westminster Benefit Fund. When I die, Jay better donate money to Westminster Benefit Fund. It is such a worthy charity. So they regardless of the weather, I don't care if it's too hot for you, I don't care if it's raining, you go. It's 11 to 4 on Sunday, August 9th. It is such a great family day. There's so many prizes. Oh, I didn't have a picture of my prize. So I made some prizes. I made a lottery ticket tree for $50 worth of lottery tickets in one auction. And then I made a little lottery ticket house that is $100 worth of tickets. It's always a very popular prize. You know that I also do the marketing for Village Auto Wash, which is the car wash in Westminster. So I made some prizes from that as well. So we've got two different prizes for the car wash. Again, you know, a normal auction tent one and an over-the-top auction tent one. They're both big bins of car supplies and free car washes. So go support. This is an amazing charity. It's called the Westminster Benefit Fund. I have a story about it. I'm always happy to talk about it. It is one of my very favorite charities. Speaking of, okay, so the townwide yard sale, Jay was traveling and I was determined to get rid of things. And so I learned about the Ladies Auxiliary of the VFW in Westminster has these pink flamingo donation bins in the VFW field parking lot, which is where you get your Christmas tree when you support the Lions Club when they're using the VFW field parking lot. So if you have clothing or household items to donate, you want to put them like free on the side of the road, or you're going to bring them to consignment, but just kidding, you never get them there. The Ladies Auxiliary works with, is a collaboration. They use these pink flamingo collection bins, big metal bins, and you can donate anytime. You can drop off. They get picked up, the donations get picked up, and they go to a place called Mass Value on Hamilton Street in Leominster, and they're paid based on weight, which is crazy because wouldn't people just donate cinder blocks? But and so the Ladies Auxiliary helps veterans causes. They have a scholarship. They help local veterans. They help regional veterans. It's just really amazing. And so I love donating things to help others more than giving it away. So like when I clean my closet, way easier to do if I know I'm donating it to a good cause. So check out the Q&A I did with them. Speaking of the VFW and Q&A and doing good things, Tyler Carew, I'm not sure. I saw that Tyler is doing as his Eagle Scout project a very ambitious and lofty goal of a pavilion at the VFW in the field, kind of near where the Christmas trees will go, for use for events at the VFW. Just a really, really awesome thing. And as of right now, I think he's raised like $44,000 and he needs like $9,000 more dollars. So I encourage you to read the story. I wish they had an online donation button. They don't. Donate. Can you donate $100? Do you have a veteran that you want to honor and maybe you can do more than that? I would love to push Tyler over his goal. And I did a Q&A with him, and he's a very thoughtful young man with he's really learning from it, which is part of the Eagle Scout project is furthering yourself, learning outside of where you're comfortable. He knows a lot more about construction process than he did before. So I really, really encourage you to, I know I'm asking people to go to Neighbors Helping Neighbors, support this, buy my Labor Day merchandise, donate your stuff to the box. But I think I want to meet people where they're at and also use my readers to help and do well and do good for people. So read that story about the BFW Pavilion. That's Westminster. Saturday, what month is this? August 29th is Princeton's annual block party. Now, we're a small town, so there's really not a lot of blocks. But Melissa and Andrew Wag, who have the Thirsty Lab, which is such a sweet little shop, they are able to close off their parking lot at Post Office Place on Worcester Road. That's where Sonoma used to be. It's where the post office and Fidelity Bank is. And they are hosting their annual block party Saturday, August 29th. The dunk tank is sponsored by Fidelity Bank. I'll be there doing so many things. I'll be ready to chat about real estate. I am representing the Princeton Business Association. I'm giving car wash swag away, and we'll have a free raffle for car wash swag and free car washes. And, I'm going to have the Labor Day merchandise by then. So that is the 29th, which is Saturday, and Labor Day starts on, I believe, the 31st, which is Monday. Whatever it is, Saturday is the block party, Monday is Labor Day, the starting of the Labor Day. So if you want to get your merch for Labor Day and you're afraid I'm going to run out of your size, or you want first crack at the merch, come to the block party. So I'm going to be like so many hats. I'm going to be car wash, real estate, business association, Labor Day. Quills. So have you ever gotten home and you're just like, well, I have like 3 more hours of work to do, but after that, I'm sitting down. That happened to me a couple weeks ago, except that I saw Jay sitting on my couch behind me. I was like, that's interesting. I told him I had work to do. And he's like, hey, turn around. I turned around and there's Shadow with quills in her face. So 2 of them, Layla must have just wanted to ride in the car, 1 quill. Shadow, 8 quills. We ended up going to like 4, I think, different animal hospitals, but we found a new one. We love Veg in Shrewsbury, but they just were honest with us and they just said, yours isn't a critical emergency and it's going to be a while. So we shuffled around. It was kind of like the Christmas Story where like, no room at the inn. We just kept getting sent away. The dogs don't even know what's happening there. But anyway, they got quills. We're not taking them out ourselves, and we're not leaving them until it's not an emergency, because they will hurt themselves, and or the quills, if they break them off, they'll like migrate into their bodies. So I found an emergency vet hospital and made a list of others. So there we go. Real estate market. This has been such a crazy month. So many people are reaching out about buying and selling. If you talk to somebody like, oh, the market stinks, whatever, I'm not saying this of any kind of arrogance, but I just did a count because I put them in my newsletter. We right now on my team, and there's just 2 of us, we have this past month just listed, under agreement, just sold, buyers, sellers, 16 listings, 16 different properties that are some status of just listed, under agreement, or sold in the last month. And the price range is from like $250 to $995, 1.2. All over the place. There's people buying, there's people selling. So don't be fooled by whatever you're reading, because I'm nonstop. I'm actually going to write a book, because you'll see in my story this month, I had a few painful things happen this month. One of them was people had refinanced twice 20 years ago, but their lender was very sloppy and did not record the discharges of those mortgages. So whereas they really had 100% equity in their house, the mortgages that were outstanding, the discharges had not been recorded, exceeded the sale price of the house. So we had to wait for this lender, who very sloppy lendering, because the same lender has it twice. So I never see that where someone's discharge is not recorded. In this case, I saw it twice. So if you are, I might be selling, or even I'm just curious, I'm happy to look it up to make sure that you have whatever you have outstanding on your house is actually what you think you have. And if there's some old loan or you refinanced and there's some old loan on there, an old mortgage, then you can work with your lender to get the discharge recorded when it's not an emergency, when you're trying to move out. I had a notification today that the town of Princeton changed their alert system, and I did follow through with it. It's now called Everbridge. So I have a link on there if you want to set yours up. Peach and halloumi salad. I have never heard of halloumi, but I went to go talk with a seller about her home inspection, and she made peach and halloumi salad, which was amazing. Halloumi is like this cheese that you toast and is so delicious. Resource stories. I have summer and fall fairs, and I have school calendars and bus routes. I know it's sad to think of that, but it's true. Also, Rattle Root Farm, which is right next to me, they're at 89 Myrick Road in Princeton. They're they're having Saturday markets. So I forgot what time they are, but there's a picture of it on the newsletter. So if you are looking for organic produce, their produce is so good. And they mentioned to me that they wanted more promotion around their Saturday markets. So check that out. Last month, popular 2 stories. One, I hired an organizer. I really needed the organizer, and I got a lot of feedback on that story, so that was great. And then the story called I Make the Best Chicken Salad. No, really, I do. That was very popular last month as well. Also, because it was peach season, I had 50 pounds of peaches. I usually make my chicken salad with apple. I made it with peach. It was damn good. So, listings. Okay, this weekend, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have 9 open houses this weekend, and trust me, I'm getting help with these because they're 5 different houses. They range from $255 to $725. So if you're a first-time buyer, or if you are a multi-generational family looking to merge, or you're already merged, I've got a great listing that's got a beautiful first floor suite. So anywhere in between, first-time buyers, multi-generational. Upcoming, I have a beautiful new construction in Westminster with a beautiful view. I have a 3-family coming on in Gardner with 1 unit vacant, and it's very nice, nicely updated, the electrical, the heating systems, and long-time tenants on the 1st and 3rd floor, and they pay just about market rate. So if you're thinking of investing and you would be owner occupied, this is perfect. You don't even have to throw out a tenant, which nobody wants to do. And then I also potentially have a cute cape in Princeton. That may get an off-market transaction in the next few days, but if not, watch for that. And that concludes my pile of note cards. So no husband or dog or 23-year-old has barged into my office while I'm recording, which is great. This was a one take. So I have a lot of kind of charitable things in this month's newsletter. So whether you're Westminster or Princeton or other towns and you want to participate in any of this, reach out if I missed giving you any kind of information that would be helpful to you. If you're thinking of buying or selling, I'm always happy to have a confidential conversation. It doesn't always have to turn into things. I met with a couple this week. I said, I don't care if you don't sell. Worst case, somebody's coming. Worst case, you have gotten your house ready and now it's just nicer and you stay. So if I can help with anything at all, easy contact. My phone number is 978-870-9260. I will see you at Neighbors Helping Neighbors on Sunday. I'll be there all day. I will see you with my Labor Day merchandise very soon. And if I can help with anything, just reach out. Have a great day.